right, let's get these lower third graphics finalized so that they don't say first name or first, last, and title. Let's do something for our poolside video. So in our project panel, we are going to select the lower third AE template, the one that we've been working on, and we're going to duplicate it. So Command D for duplicate. And then with it highlighted, we're going to hit return on our keyboard. That's going to allow us to rename it. And we're just going to back off the template 2, and we're going to make this one for Dwight. So type in the name Dwight and then hit return. Once you've done that, we're going to double click on this Dwight comp up here in the project panel to load it and open it down here. So we're working on, this is our tab that's open, and it still says first and last. All right, with this open down here, we're going to jump our playhead to the next keyframe, and the shortcut for doing that is just pressing the letter K. And notice that my playhead jumped from here to here, which is where the next keyframes are. We're going to double click the name layer to highlight that text, so you can do it over here by double clicking, or you can do it right here in your composition window. And we're going to type in his name, which is Dwight Burks. And to get that to take, we need to hit Command Return. Return would just go down a line, so that actually did it and selected the box. Then we're going to go down and we're going to double click on the title. And his title is producer, comma, and the company's name is 12 FPS, frames per second. Again, Command or Control Return to accept that change. And a RAM preview of this is what it's going to look like. Notice our circles are still growing, and he slides in from the left. So that's our first one. We're done with Dwight. Now we're going to make a lower third for Heidi. So we're going to come back over to our project panel, and we're going to work off of the same one we did for Dwight because they're both producers and we don't have to retype that. So we're going to select Dwight and we're going to duplicate that one, Command D, and then with it highlighted, hit return on your keyboard, and we're going to name this one Heidi. And it's important that you're naming these correctly because we're going to drop them in the correct spot in our poolside. Once you've renamed it correctly, double click on it in the project panel to load it down here. So we got a lot of tabs open right now, but that's okay. So we have a lower third for Heidi. We need to come in here and we need to double click on Dwight Burks, and we need to change this to Heidi Petty, sister of Tom, and Command Return. We don't need to change the producer title. She's a producer as well. We're going to RAM preview it just to verify. Looks good. All right, we're going to make a lower third for Tyler. Pop back over to the project panel. We're going to work off of Heidi and duplicate, Command D. Rename this one lower third Tyler. Double click to open Tyler. We now have a tab for Tyler down here. Excuse me. Name layer is Tyler Winnick, W-I-N-I-C-K. Command Return to accept that. He also is a producer. We don't need to change that. Quick RAM preview. Looks great. Back to the project panel. Stop my RAM over here. Back to the project panel. We want to select Tyler. Duplicate, Command D. Change the name on this one to Adam. And open Adam. Double click. And for his name, he has a long one. Adam Shaning, S-H-A-E-N-I-N-G hyphen Pokrasso, P-O-K-R-A-S-S-O. Now you can see that this is almost filling, it almost went outside of our bounding box, but it didn't. So we may tweak that later. So Adam is command return to accept that, and then come down here, and he's not a producer, he is the director, so we're going to change that. Director of FPS, and then command return to accept that. RAM preview looks good. Back to your project panel, select Adam, duplicate, Command D, rename this one, and it is now Philip, F-I-L-I-P. Of course he has a funny name, F-I-L-I-P. Once you've named it, double click to open it. Here's our Philip tab down here, and his name is F-I-L-I-P N-I-K-O-L-I-C, Nikolic. He, command return to accept that, and then we're going to click down here. He's nothing of this. He is a musician, M-U-S-I-C-I-A-N, in poolside. So musician, comma, poolside. Command return to accept that. My RAM preview looks good. Back in the project panel, oh, that's it. I guess we don't have one for the other guy. How is that possible? Did we forget a musician? Philip, Adam. Huh, maybe the other dude never talks, I don't know. All right, we have made all of them, I guess, that we need to make. Adam, Dwight, Philip. Adam, Dwight, Philip. Heidi, template, Tyler. That's correct. All right, we're going to clean this up a little bit. So all of these comps, we're going to marquee select them all. They should be living in the comps folder. So we're just going to drag them up into the comps folder to clean this up a little bit. We're going to twirl, I guess it already is, this poolside layers. If this was open, twirl that shut. And we're going to save at this point. We are at page 235. If you're saving that way, I'm just going to say File Save. And we're actually, for the next part, going to jump back into Adobe Premiere. So we've now made all these lower third graphics as individual comps, and we're going to make those work in Premiere Pro.